The last time I ran was 2 years ago, and what I wanted to work on then was my largest position had to do with fiscal responsibility. And the fiscal responsibility had to do with the building of the police courts building, because I felt that was not necessary for the town to build that and incur that expense. Well, since that time, two other items have come on board besides that, including that and the underground parking structure. So I feel now with the tax situation here in Michigan the way it is, and the tax burdens that the local homeowners have, and the fact that I speak strongly to neighborhoods, is clear to me that the tax burdens that people experience here are pretty intense, and that the city should take every means possible not to increase their taxes any further. We want to make sure that we get the best amount of push forward for the tax dollar. So I want to be careful with how we spend the tax dollar, and as part of that change that should take place here in the city, I'm going to recommend that the Labor Finance Committee, which is the one that deals with the budget continually throughout the year, have representation of each ward. So we would then take turns serving on this. That would mean that the senior members in the ward would then be assigned to 1 year. The following year, those junior members would be assigned, so that we could have a rotating and a knowledgeable base of people who are serving on the labor finance, which is actually the budget, so that all the council members get an understanding of what is going on. I think the state of the budget is one in which we do have the money to pay for what we need. It's a question of where do we place our emphasis. By listening to the taxpayer, I believe we have to place more emphasis on the trees, the infrastructure of the city, which we're doing now, the roads definitely, and I think if we look at those items, I think we'd be in pretty good shape. Development issues are a very interesting thing to me. As I look around the town, we have some nice looking buildings. We also have some that are not so nice looking. I think when a developer comes here, we should offer them the nice city that we offer them. We should not partner very much monetarily with them. I think that's a mistake. I think using the taxpayers' money for development, I don't think is very, very wise. I served on the executive board of the Sierra Club. I've been a member for many, many years. I've worked on many environmental issues. So, true environmental issues, meaning that the best dollar put for the best project. So an example would be the farmers market. I was very big on clean water. So we had this program where we were going to do water retention at Pioneer High School, and that was about $4 to $5 million, which I support for stormwater runoff. On the other hand, we were going to do the farmers market for about quite a bit more money for what we were going to get, the amount of clean water we would be able to put down into the Huron River. So on issues like that, I'm very, very strong. I'm very, very strong on understanding the fact that you have to take positions sometimes that are difficult, and that I'm willing to do that. I've shown by my voting record that I'm willing to take on hard issues that I feel are important for the town. I tell people that if I'm going to pass something that's going to tax you for 30 years, I better be darn sure it's worth it to you and to the future of the town. If not, I will not pass it. The City Place one is a big one to me because it has to do with the preservation of some of the greatest parts of Ann Arbor. And I'm not going to allow, as far as I'm concerned, a developer to scar the town and then leave the scar with us and walk away. I would rather we come up with a better solution of how to do this project, and there are better solutions.